Surprisingly, this is the first morning that we've had fog. We waited until it burned off and then packed up the canoe and got back on the river. Mowgli's still being very cautious with his foot, trying not to get it infected, so he keeps it dry. By now, our skin is tuned up to the sun, but the intense heat and humidity is new for us. It started right at the beginning of the day and burned pretty hot all day long. The part of our journey where we have to go through locks or around dams is over. There's no more from here to the Gulf. Now we just have to deal with the swirling, turbulent water. With the hard paddling and high temperatures, we're going through a lot of water. We stopped for more in the port of Chester, Illinois. It was a long walk on rocks to get to town, and neither one of us have shoes, so I decided not to take it. Instead, I found this pile of junk and started scavenging in it. It was sun-faded and covered in grass. Besides, the books that were there were all soaked through with water, and I don't think anyone was coming back for all this stuff. I didn't take it with me, but I found a white, leather-bound Bible addressed in sympathy to the Oil, Chemical, and Atomic Workers Union of St. Louis, Missouri. I don't know what happened to those guys, but if anyone wants to find out, let me know. The shoes I found in the pile of junk were too small, but they'd work for me. I found a life jacket along with a lot of other piles of garbage that washed up onto this island where we ended up taking lunch right across from Chester. There, Mowgli looked at the map and said there was a campground not too far down the river, and we would get water at a spigot from there. Our water jugs are one of the few gear pieces we have that haven't failed us yet. Both of us have worn through our shoes completely. Mowgli's camera got stuck on photo mode and it won't take videos anymore. Plus, we've had a few charging cables crap to bed, his air mattress deflate. Our food buckets leak, I'm on my second paddle, I broke the first. And lots more gear is broken, but for some reason, we keep losing our sunglasses and our spoons. If they're not loaded, the towboats don't throw a very serious wake. But if they are, we try to stay close to the shore, and when it comes, turn towards the wake, ride over it, and then turn south again once the wake has gone. I'd like to call them up on the marine radio and ask them what they're carrying or how many guys are on board, or just talk with them really to pass the time, but I'm not sure what channel they operate their radios on, and I'm not sure how to find out either. Usually we don't see people walking around the deck of these boats, but once, in a rainstorm actually, we saw 3 guys outside painting the side of the boat, painting in the rain. It looked like something that I would do if the captain was mad and I was trying not to be the one that he was mad at. Just go outside and look busy for a while. We found a campsite on the east side of the river tonight. Pretty thick on the outset, but once we got into it, plenty of places to put a tent. There was a dense green canopy, a tiny little beach area in the front. Unfortunately, all kinds of piles of trash that had floated up during the high water and then stayed here when the water went back down. We found a basketball last night and tried to get a game going, but it was hard to dribble in the sand. Smoke is the enemy of mosquitoes, so our friend is smoke. This is Mowgli summoning smoke. The area had wide cottonwood trees, dropping their signature fluff on the camp here and there. This same type of tree has leaves shaped in a way that when the wind blows and they touch each other, it sounds like raindrops falling. I was a scavenger and scored some shoes in the port of Chester earlier today. These 2 guys were scavengers and scored a handful of soup at Mowgli's expense when they came into camp tonight. After all the bear encounters in the Appalachian Mountains last year, I really don't mind having a few raccoons in camp.